I'll hit start record. And I'll also say, hello everyone and welcome to Be Released. I'm Woki and I'm here with Zenrotto.
Hello.
And that's it for this episode because I was looking into starting to corral other people and then I looked at what Dokkan was doing and I said, if Dokkan's not really going to try, what's the point of us really trying harder than they are? So we're giving about the same amount of effort that they're putting into the game currently. So you got us two for the time being.
You'll have to make do with us.
Exactly. The two constants of To Be Released, and technically also Mocast, the previous form. You get what I mean. If you've been listening this long, I don't need to keep going on about what I'm saying. Let's talk about Dokkan, which is a game that has a global version.
Yeah, that's true.
Really didn't know where to go with that one.
Yeah, so Kefla just came out, and she's good, except for she's not that good.
She's kind of a jack of all trades that's not really good at anything.
And Dokkan doesn't matter, because only one thing matters, and that's killing.
Yeah.
Until hard events, because then in like the hard events, blocking does matter, like in Super Battle Road or whatever. But she's not good there either, so it's like,
yeah. And even
power
her
leader, so LR Vegito, so.
Yeah, her leader skill gets straight up stolen. Everyone was expecting her to Dokkan just at some point, and they decided to go maybe fuck it and give it to the LR.
Yeah.
So
granted, he was a featured LR, so it's not like the worst thing ever, but.
No, but this basically means that even when she Dokkan, she's already the worst leader for her type. So that's fun. That's nice of them to do to her.
I mean, I wasn't even expecting her to get a card. Well, her banner, though, is pretty good because it's really easy to get her.
If people will remember this was back when Japan had 300 stones, so it was very easy for me to get her. I was able to get one copy of her and, like, 6 copies of the fucking wolf guy. Bergamo. 5 copies of Khalifa, some Fit Boo, and then I did not get fucking what's her name, Kale, at all.
Yeah.
So that's.
But it's like always GSSR, and it's either her, Khalifa, or Kale.
Yeah, I mean that's the good kind of.
Bergamo.
Yeah, that's true. If you're Hope, then it's basically a perfect win-win. Those are all the units you would want, regardless. Besides
girls or furries.
Exactly.
100%.
If there was a furry girl somehow in there, it would be the 100% perfect. They might as well call it the Last Hope, and that would be her banner. It would be perfect.
So that happened. No one's that excited about it, but Extreme Z Awakening is finally coming in global, so that's kind of cool.
Yes, that is good. And let me tell
I
you,
don't know how much you do them, but I like them a lot.
So I fucked up and didn't do all of Super Saiyan 3 Goku's, and then he ended up being one of the greatest cards ever, and now I regret not doing it. So, as you know, and as probably a good people might know, if you ever wonder, man, how can Woki keep playing this game that continuously fucks him on pulls? It's because I go through long droughts of just kind of looking at the game and logging in, and then coming back when I have the passion again. Kind of like a loveless marriage of sorts that also has love randomly spurt throughout. And during one of my long period droughts, Super Saiyan 3 Goku came out, and I was like, I don't really feel like doing this. And by the time I was back into Dokkan, Broly was out, and I was like, I hate Broly, and I did all of Broly's, and I was like, God damn it, now I really wish I had gone back and actually did the Super Saiyan 3 Goku.
Yeah, because he has not come back around yet since the very first time, so definitely of it right now.
Yeah, not only that, like if you only play global and you don't know what happens in them, you get stones, you get party Kai, you get a lot of stuff that's good. So it especially
really good. I think you get enough Kais
to 15 them.
9 Kais or something like that.
I think it's enough to get a full 15
14?
Actually. Yeah, I think you get around 14 because I remember my Broly was SA1 and by the end of it he was 15.
Then yeah, I guess you get enough to max his SA all the way out. He's a super good card. He's gonna get kind of fucked over in a little bit by the LR, but I mean, you probably aren't pulling the LR, so.
Yeah, unless you're like one of those. Sure, even if you are a YouTuber, I was about to say, there's no guarantee you're gonna get that motherfucker at all. Even if you're spending crazy stones, there's no guarantee.
Guy who, at this point, can you call him free to play? I think you can. Some people say you can't. I think you can call him that.
What, the Super Saiyan 3 Goku?
The AGL one, yeah.
Of course, he's a free to play unit.
Like three times. You had more than enough opportunity to get him.
Exactly. Even though the first 2 times everyone was like, "You're stupid if you don't get full power Frieza," by the time it came back again, your choices were either Super Saiyan 3 Goku or full power Frieza, which you already had, and at that point it became clear you get Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Some people say maybe Broly, but those people are insane. And we don't listen to those people.
Don't get Broly. You don't.
No, never get Broly. Like, I think he's...
Even if you don't have him, get the medals anyway. Because you'll get another red stone in the future, and then you can get him whenever you want.
Exactly. It's better to hold... He's one of those units that is like... Maybe if people don't see him as 100% free-to-play, he's like one of those eventually free-to-play, where you have the option of getting him, and getting him is extremely easy and useful now. All you need to do is wait. It's like the Day 1000 Goku. He's free to play, and you just have to wait a long ass time. Super Saiyan 3
you have to
Goku.
wait 3 fucking years.
Exactly. You have to wait 3 years. All Super Saiyan 3 Goku asks is for you to wait to get a red stone, and that comes more frequently than anything else.
Right.
So yeah, Global's getting those, and once you have a taste of Extreme Z Awakening, you'll suddenly wish that they released a lot more Extreme Z Awakenings.
Because not only is your card becoming god tier, basically, but the events are actually fun.
Yeah, I remember the Super Saiyan 3 Goku one was a crash course, because it was the first time you had to come with the realization of, God damn it, I guess Super Saiyan 3 Broly is good.
That was the beginning of it, and then also coming out soon means that they're going to get Golden Frieza Angel soon, because Golden Frieza's Angel team is the good team against him, because every Extreme Z Awakening has a weakness to it.
Yeah. Theirs is Resurrection and Villains.
It's resurrected warriors.
There you go. So, have fun with that one. Or if you don't have the team to muster that up, you know exactly what you need to do. Head on up to DBZ Space and learn how to play the game proper.
Right way to play. Now, you should definitely try the event legit if you can do it, because it is fun.
Yeah, you should.
And mod it, because you never know when he's coming back. He still hasn't come back in
Japan.
They don't want to miss him, so. Yeah,
and it's as someone who decided to skip on it, I regret it every single day.
Disclaimer: if you get banned, it is not our fault. Do that shit at your own risk.
Oh yeah, obviously, if you get banned, that's 100% your fault. You should not listen. The to be released does not listen to what Wookie says. It does not support any of his ideals, and you should not do what he does.
Tweets are mine and mine alone, and do not constitute an endorsement.
Exactly. So, let's see. I guess that's it for global, right?
Then we have Japan, which is just a big old fat sack of nothing.
You might want to say that again, because that cut out a lot of your early stuff.
Said was, yeah, I think so.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, you think so. Now we'll go on to Japan, which, as you said, is a big fat stack of nothing.
Kind of unfair to criticize because we just had the anniversary. But god damn, there's nothing to do. Everything is already over. Because Japan, I guess Dokkan in general, I shouldn't say Japan, it's the whole game.
Yeah.
They release these events, and they're like, alright, it's February 2nd, and it's going to go till March 6th. And then that's it! They just drop that shit, and they're like, go for it, have fun, for a month. Farm Extreme Z Awakening Kid Gohan for a month.
Yeah, and then they also do things like where the Ginyus come out, and then they decide to make the Ginyus, like, you can't farm them all in a single day. They go like, no, it's kind of like
the type days.
Yeah, it's type day based, so you have to show up. So everyone was like,
they're all up on the weekend, but you can't get the characters on the weekend. You can only get the orbs on the weekend.
They know for a fact that their game is extremely easy, and the only way to stop people from getting everything they want in a single day is to put up arbitrary walls.
A time gate.
Exactly, a time gate. Just like fucking The craziest example is still the fucking B-Pan, where B-Pan is still relegated. A shitty card is basically relegated to maybe getting it once a week.
Yeah, she's not even that good. Then again, apparently she's pretty good in Super Battle Road. I don't know if that's true, so...
I saw Jax praise B-Pan, so I'll assume that, yeah, he lost his mind on Super Battle Road. We usually don't talk about Super Battle Road because it turns Dokkan players into crazy people.
It's true.
You know, I just can't support their decisions. But that's neither here nor there. Here or there. Here nor there? It's not either one of those. The point being is that Dokkan goes through just like a long period of time of deciding that, you know what these people like to do? Old Dokkan stuff. Let's make them do Popo's training because we decided to finally update that. So
yeah,
there
they
you go.
revamped Popo's training about 7 months too late for it to fucking matter at all.
Yeah, and then they're like, why don't you run it a bunch? That'd be fun, right? Who doesn't like once a day showing up and doing this? That's fun. And they've done stuff like that similar
that
to...
anniversary event where they were like, farm the bullshit fucking, what is it? The flexing Goku, Flexku.
Yeah, that one where you only fought Flexku for like the first 3 times and then it just became Vegeta.
And you have to do it every day so that you can get fucking, get the stupid coins that aren't worth anything anymore.
Yeah, the stupid coins that as soon as I bought all the old Kais, I decided to buy the Kid Gokus and open up all his dupe paths. Just to show you how little there is of anything.
There's nothing to do.
There's just nothing, man. And the thing that also sucks is that if you... This is another problem with Dokkan in general, and especially because a lot of their free-to-play units, besides Ginyu, who is amazing, they kind of do this thing of like... whether or not you have a good time is 100% RNG base. Like, you want to try and pull for this banner and get this guy? Well, if you don't get him and you don't use him, well, congrats, you've just wasted your time. You got nothing. The 3rd year anniversary banner ticket, where it's like, in theory, you could have a very good time with these tickets. You didn't? Well, that's too bad. I guess your luck was bad. That's terrible. Like, wait, what a great way to show everyone, like, isn't Dokkan amazing? Do you remember all those times where all your fun is completely decided by like a random computer, and we could give you a break, but we just decide not to?
Yeah, it's one of those things where like everyone talks about, oh, you know, of them to give you these tickets that have LRs in them, but it's like you're still not gonna get one. And then you get the one person who does get one, who's like, I got one. It's great. And you're like, well, congratulations for you, but for all the other 99 people who didn't get one, shit sucks.
And then you have Valley, who fucking pulls 3 of them, and then every single time I look at him, I get angry at his face, and I don't want to get angry at my friend. I don't want to get angry at anyone in theory, any of the mod team or my friends that pull an LR, but I can't help but be reminded that there was this banner that they could very easily put something like in Hearthstone where there's like a pity shit where they're like, well, if they don't get anything by using like 100 tickets, let's just give them like one of the shitty LRs like Bojack or Rose and Zumasu and just give them a fucking break. Just not even give them one of the good ones. Just toss this one at them. Who cares?
Yeah, I feel like at 3 years, our ticket prank that everyone got all pissed off about because the internet is really serious.
Yes.
Even that unreasonable for them to actually have done it.
They should have totally done it, especially because like the stones, when you eventually see what the hell the stones were and what you could get from them, it's like there's not a lot of like great stuff. Like even the redstone had to include more shitty units that were like, it actually, the redstone still, they added like 6 units to the redstone and your choices were still either Super Saiyan 3 Goku or full power Frieza. That was it.
Correct. Correct. It was pretty much either them or you picked a different unit and you were like, I really, really hope this guy gets an Extreme Z Awakening.
Yeah, I think the only reason they don't do the LR thing yet, maybe by 4 year, is because if they do, they put a price on an LR. And if they put a price on an LR, then they kind of go like, well, you know all those people who spent hundreds of dollars chasing that one? Well, here's one that you can just get, and it's this much If you had just waited this long and you paid this price, you would have automatically gotten them and not wasted thousands of dollars trying.
I mean, that's true for any of the paid units they give away, though. You don't
Yeah.
think people dropped hundreds of dollars on Super Saiyan 3 Goku when he first came out?
I think that's true, but it's not on the same levels. Like, LRs have gone into the point of, like, when the, like, for example, LR Gohan, when he came out, we were, like, flabbergasted by how stupid ridiculous getting him actually was. His rates were, like, basically the sign of, like, this is what's actually the future of Dokkan. Because I want to say there was a point in Dokkan where unless you had the most shittiest of RNG, you were still getting something good. But then LR Gohan showed up and he was an impossibly hard to get unit that was also game breaking that a lot of people went for. And since then, they've basically tried to recreate that in every single banner by either filling it with, like, even when they're featured with like 20 other shitty units inside the banner because they don't want to actually keep the rates up any higher than they are. And I cannot believe that the people who went for STR Gogeta spent the exact same amount as the people who went crazy going for that original Gohan, the first LR.
Definitely not. Definitely, you're right that they definitely didn't. But like, if they don't want to put a price on it, give it away for free.
I mean, I would love that. I don't think that that's in their cards at all at the moment. They don't
The
feel
word "free" in general is not in there.
No, it doesn't actually exist.
Dictionary. But yeah.
No. And that's just kind of how Dokkan is right now in Japan. Like, I say all this, and then what I'm waiting for is for them to finally unveil what the fuck Ultra Instinct Dokkan's into. Either he Dokkan's into the actual card, or they release another one. And they basically kind of bamboozled everyone that pulled for him in the first time.
I don't want this to be what happens, but I am seriously gonna laugh when the Ultra Instinct Mastered is the banner, and the old Ultra Instinct is on it and doesn't Dokkan still anyway.
And then then I'll actually laugh when they both have the exact same name, and you can't use them together. It's a fucking Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken situation, where like
they will let you use them together only because the one that we already have is called Ultra Instinct Sign. Typically the name of the black-haired form.
That and
whereas Goku Blanco is Ultra Instinct Mastered.
It's true. And if they did have the same name, then you could farm him up his SA, and they don't want that, chances are. The only thing that we don't know is whether... Yeah. Only thing we don't know is if he's going to be LR or not. If he's going to come out and he's going to be Tur or LR. Which...
True shit about these anniversary banners is they've opened the floodgates, man. All of their big events that used to be 1% to get the unit that you wanted, now they can make it 0.2% featured LR, and like, fuck it, that's just what it is now.
Yeah, it's and they don't. And the funny, the worst thing is that once this anniversary is over and we are not getting 3 stones a day, which it happened as of this recording, that's when it's gonna hit you like, oh no, we've entered an actual terrible time. We thought things were bad.
I think the time of this recording is the final day.
Yes, the only way that I could see this going forward is them like saving the situation is if we get more units like LR Ginyu. If they balance like actual good free to play LR units with impossibly hard to get broken LR units, I could see this potentially not being the complete shit show that I'm imagining it's going to be in about let's say about 2 months from now.
It even lasts that long.
If it lasts that long. Because I don't know. I just don't know, man. There's a lot of uncertainty going on in Dokkan. We're just going to have to wait for it all to be released. Cha-chung!
Roll credits.
Roll credits. No, unfortunately, we can't end it there. I think that's all that's going on in Japan, right? It's just a feeling.
I think I'm literally looking at my game right now, and I'm trying to find something to do to play Dokkan.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's done.
It's done. So, thankfully, we recently introduced a brand new segment, which is Other Games, where we step outside of Dokkan and talk about the other games we played while we waited for Dokkan to be releasing shit. So Zenrot, why don't we start with you?
That's true. So I've been playing a lot of Duel Links lately. Everyone pretty much knows what it is. It's pretty popular. But
Yes.
it's the Yu-Gi-Oh! Mobile app. And
You
it's
can-
gotten pretty good lately.
You can go back to one of the original modcasts where when Dokkan wasn't doing anything, all we did was talk about Duel Links.
I remember the ones where we talked about Ore. Was there one where we talked about Duel Links?
Yeah, there was one where I don't think you were there. I want to say it was one where it was me, Common, an Animal. So it was like one where like 17 people saw it, but they all saw it a lot, so we got a higher view count. But by the end of it, we talked a lot about Duel Links and how cool it was.
Fun. They just released a new structure deck for Destiny Heroes, which is pretty cool because I like all the hero cards.
Yeah, it's true.
Heroes, whatever. And since it's a structure deck, you can get all of it for like $10. You can get all of them 3 times.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like that aspect about Duel Links when I was coming back to it after not playing it for a while, especially because like when you don't play Yu-Gi-Oh for a while, looking at a structure deck is a good way of saying, well, I'll say current structure decks, because back in the day, structure decks were you got 1 or 2 good cards from it, and that was basically the structure deck. But looking at like a modern structure deck helps you like say like, okay, this is a good deck, this is a good starting off point, and for something like Duel Links where there's a shit ton of cards, it helps to have like a stable ground. Sorry, say that again.
Absolutely. Especially because Duel Links, the downside to Duel Links is of course that you can't buy the cards that you need on like the secondary market.
That would be
so
awesome.
The structure decks are that would be. So the structure decks are a nice advantage to be able to just optional combo and work it out with cards that you already have.
Yeah, it is. So what's your current deck with the Destiny Heroes? Is it just full Jaden or is it Aster? Are you using
It's
someone else?
Aster / Edo, because no matter which version I use, someone's going to tell me the other one is the correct way to say it.
This is your pecan-pycon debate, huh?
Oh, there's actually only one correct way to pronounce that.
Yeah, everyone knows it's pecan.
The greatest warrior in Otherworld.
Mm-hmm. And strongest duo on Earth. So, sorry, go ahead.
Destiny Heroes are all Aster based because he has in Duel Links. You know, everyone has dual skills that like are tailored to the specific character. Aster has good ones for Destiny Heroes, like his default one lets him play Dark City when his life points go down by 1,000, and Dark City is just Skyscraper but for Destiny Heroes. Long, fast combos that way, and the deck isn't like top tier, but it's the best hero deck out right now, probably, I would say.
Yeah, all right, that sounds like fun. Is there anything else?
Came out Cyrus / Show, the younger brother of the much cooler Zane / Kaiser Rio. He is now in the game, and you still can't get him because Duel Links has this really weird grudge against Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, where you're just not allowed to get any character.
Didn't I see that they fucking did Crowler again?
I don't remember the date. I think it was like August or September when Crowler was first available. Crowler / Kronos. And he was the first unlockable duelist for GX. Since then, we've gotten Bones, the fucking little zombie kid that Bakura murders in Battle City.
The guy who didn't stand a grave. Didn't stand a grave of a chance. Ghost of a chance. There you go. Damn it. Fuck me. I have to give up my Yu-Gi-Oh card.
The Dark Magician duelist who fights Yami-Yugi one time and then vanishes for the remainder of the series.
Yeah, the guy who talks to his skeleton
GX
wife.
characters. So they released Jesse / Johan for cards. You couldn't get the character. Then they released Kaiser, but he was only for cards. Couldn't get the character. Now
and it was like the
Show,
shitty
only
Cyber
for
Dragons
cards.
too.
Can't get the character. Yeah, and the cards all suck. And then finally they were like, get ready to unlock a GX character, and we were like, oh, thank you God. And it was fucking Color again.
They really like Ancient Gears then. Maybe that's the reason Crowler keeps coming back.
comes back, but I just don't understand why they're releasing like one-off duelists from filler duels in the regular duel monsters, like the section.
Yeah.
But in GX, they're like, oh, you want all these really, really pivotal characters with really cool cards? No.
So Cyrus is the
Here's
same.
his fusion monster.
So Cyrus is the same way, where it's not actually Cyrus. You just kind of get.
Yeah, you just duel against him to get his cards, and his cards fucking blow. So,
Yeah, 'cause it's the
his cards are all the
Vehicroids.
toy cars with. Yeah, it's the Vehicroids. Yeah. So, and it's just for collection, really. There's like no reason to do it.
You mean
I will say though, there's a cool event up right now though. It's called Gladiator Mode, or it's like Gladiator Island or whatever. And you go to it and you play against AI controlled like player decks. So instead of it being like, oh look, it's Kaiba with some shitty Blue Eyes White Dragon shit, it's like actual people's decks, but the AI controls them. So because it's not real PvP, people are actually being creative and fun instead of like playing burn.
Oh, yeah. That's actually really awesome.
You go in with an attack deck, which is like the deck that you're playing, and then you can build and set your defense deck, which is the deck that people play against when they play against you. It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
All right. Good to see Duel Links keeping it up then. Even though it seems...
What is your game of the day?
Let's see. My game of the day. I'll say that I'll give it a brief mention just because I did get back into it, but I've not like gone super deep into the well. Is that I did reinstall Fire Emblem Heroes because I don't know why. No, I do know why. It's because I was playing Shonen and I was like, I really like the fact that I can work and that this has autoplay. And then I looked at all my other gacha games and I was like, none of these motherfuckers have autoplay. I need another game that while Shonen I'm waiting for its stamina to refill after like getting all my shit basically zapped out of me from the last event. I need something else I can also autoplay. And I was like, oh, Fire Emblem has autoplay. Let me just reinstall Fire Emblem and get my original account back. And I've been basically playing since then. Since I've been able to come back, I think I've pulled some pretty good dudes. I have Grimer, whatever, the Dragon Man. I got the dude my brother's obsessed with, Dorcas. I was able to pull Dorcas. There you go. On the Ephraim Legendary banner, I was able to pull Ike after everyone got Ike, so it was kind of like, okay, I guess I got 2 Ikes now. And I got a Lucina.
Which Ike? The Legendary Ike? Or the
I got a Legendary Ike.
After they made him available to everybody?
Yeah, I immediately went for my free one and pulled a Legendary Ike. So I was like, oh well. But yeah, I've been getting back into it, and it's fun. I don't know how deep I'm going to get into
Fire
it.
Emblem Heroes.
Say it again?
I will always rep Fire Emblem Heroes. That is probably... If it's not my number 1 gacha, it's in very tight competition for the title.
Yeah, I could see that. The fun thing is that looking at my old account, that when I got back, I suddenly remembered why I uninstalled it to begin with, because it had like 5 stars on it, and then the rest were over 200 4 and 3 stars. So
Good.
After dealing with that, so I've been having a little fun with that. Nothing too big, but it's something. You did ask if I was actually legit playing it, and I am. Even when it's not on autoplay, I do play it legit, so there's something. But in terms of that, the actual game I've been playing a lot of is... Let me see if I can remember its name correctly. I want to say it's Super Mario RPG. I believe that's the correct...
7 stars?
Yes, that one. The one where there's a giant sword.
That game is so good.
Yeah, so
That's the one you're talking about.
Yeah, I ran a poll asking because I wanted to play one of the SNES RPGs, and I said either it was Secret of Mana, Earthbound, Final Fantasy 3 or 6, depending on what country you're from, or Super Mario RPG. Super Mario RPG won, so I started playing that. It's real good. If you've never played it, it predates Paper Mario by a good amount. It's the first Mario RPG to be ever released, and it was made by, what was their name at the time? Was it just? It's not Square. It was Enix, SquareSoft.
It was Squaresoft. Squaresoft.
There you go. It was made by Squaresoft, and it has like a clay-like look to it. And it's really weird going back and looking at it because it was before Nintendo started, I guess, having guidelines about what you could and could not say as like a translation thing. So a lot of the story in it is really fun and also really weird. Like, there's a point where one of the characters literally calls out Bruce Lee, and it makes you question everything you knew about Mario, that Bruce Lee existed in this universe. It also is maybe the first game that lets you also have Bowser as a party member, which is fucking awesome. When he shows up and is like, no, what up, I'm Bowser. And then he just joins your team and you're just like, I guess I got fucking Bowser, a cloud guy, and a puppet on my team now. And that's pretty bitchin'. And then later on you also get Princess Peach. It's a real fun game, and the only thing that's like slightly negative is that because it's the first of its kind where it had like action style RPG elements. Like if you ever played Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, you know what I'm talking about, where you had to press a button afterwards to kind of keep like a certain action going. It had something similar to that, where if you press the button at the exact right time, you deal extra damage. And kind of trying to learn where to block and where to do extra damage takes some time to get used to. But other than that, it's a real good ass game, and I want to say I'm getting close to beating that, but we'll see if I'm still talking about it 2 weeks from now. But yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah, it's fair. That's a real good game. So if anyone's out there going like, I need a SNES game that's old, has Mario, and needs RPG, get that one. Guaranteed.
My favorite games of all time. I'm not a huge Mario fan usually.
Yeah, I know.
But that game's pretty great.
You're a Sonic stan through and through.
I am.
The funny thing is that I wasn't...
Shameless.
Yeah, shameless. Super shameless. But you still have, like, some degree of respect to you, so that's fine. You don't let Sonic walk all over you. Like it's done to so many of our poor Sonic fallen brethren. And my brother. What was I going to say? Yeah, so
his identity.
Sorry again? Say it again?
Brother, it's taken his identity.
Yeah, it has. Shout out to Nux. Lost too soon. I was a Mario kid growing up, and when I was a kid and I had a SNES, I wasn't buying my games, so my parents would buy them for me. So I had certain Mario ones. I had Link to the Past. I had a Chopper game that I think I only had because my father liked playing it. And by essence, I ended up playing and liking it as well. But I didn't have a lot of games. So a lot of games... The only time I ever remembered Super Mario RPG is when I was playing in the schoolyard. And a friend of mine wanted us to... Because I don't know what kids do nowadays in the schoolyard. But back in my day, we would play imaginary fights. Or volleyball. And sometimes a combination of both. And one of the times when we were playing around was he wanted us to pretend to be Super Mario RPG, and he started mentioning a bunch of Mario characters that I was unfamiliar with, and I was scared. So that was my RPG and my kid experience.
It's fair enough. You're scared.
Yeah, well, it's like, I don't know what the fuck a Mallow is. Doesn't sound like a Lakitu or a Chain Chomp or anything like that. I don't know what's my motivation. Is Mallow good or bad?
Don't know the dynamics.
Exactly. You tell me to be a Bowser, I know exactly what I need to be. I need to be a giant Koopa guy who breathes fire and jumps very high and is very easy to kill because of his hubris in jumping. But tell me any other name. Like, what's a Gino? Don't know. Is that an Italian pizza maker? Probably.
Probably.
So yeah, that's my game. I think that's basically it for that. I still play other gacha games in theory, but my work makes me. I have like weird drought periods where either I'm able to play something like an RPG for a long periods of time, or I'm not able to play anything. Or I have.
Yeah, me too. That's
Yeah.
why I play so many fucking gacha games, because I don't have time to do anything else.
Yeah, that's why Japan got them so popular, because that's their work schedule 24/7.
It's probably true.
Yep. So, is there any other games you can think of to talk about?
Major. I mean, I'm still playing Opera Omnia. Got a really good quality of life update yet again. They've been really keeping that game updated like every week, which is pretty awesome. Probably
Nice.
tied with Fire Emblem Heroes for me.
All right, not nice, not bad. I should
About it
mention.
last time we did this, so
Yeah, we did. I should mention it. I should mention this just because it's really funny and silly, and it kind of works out in a really weird and dumb way. So, and chances are, I don't know how many people know this. I still play Shonen Jump a lot, a crazy amount, and a couple weeks ago, not a weeks ago, it was supposed to be like 3 days ago. The current event, it was a rerun, so people were expecting it to be like, oh, the next thing is gonna come up, and it's gonna be whatever. So everyone was waiting, and then it was revealed to be the basketball event is coming back, and people were like, surely this isn't gonna be the only thing coming back. And then Sunday hit, and the PvP character was announced, and then nothing else except for that the basketball man is returning. So everyone was like, oh god damn it, we're gonna have to wait another week for actual fucking news of what's to come next.
real fucking content.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I like reruns because they do something that not a lot of games do. Well, at least Dokkan, I'll say. Dokkan doesn't do this. Every time they bring back a story event, they completely reset it. So you get the orbs back, you get everything back. You get the characters back, everything.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So anytime you need fodder or you need, especially in a game that has like, you need orbs for shit and you don't get a lot of that, you get more tickets than you get actual summoning things. It actually really helps to have story events reset.
Tickets?
Yes. So you need that shit to reset so you can get more of it. So it's good for me, for someone who's like, I don't want to spend a lot because spending in this game is fucking stupid. It's good to have rerun.
It is super expensive.
It is stupid expensive. Especially for like, sometimes it's not even guaranteed you'll get the thing you like, which sucks. So far, the only thing that's been like a step-up banner was Sakuragi, which is Basketball Man, but he's coming back and he's not having... they didn't include that deal with him. And also think you'll like this. They had a Valentine's Day event recently, and I pulled on it, wanting one of the two Valentine's Day units, which was I forget her name. It's Rukua? The girl from Bleach that doesn't have the boobs.
Rukia.
Thank you, Rukia. And the other one was Chrome? Yeah, Chrome, not Chrome. Chrome from Reborn.
Character?
Yeah, that's I'll try. They're spelled the same way, but hers is actually Chrome. Chrome, who is a girl character from Reborn. I pulled on it. I got a guaranteed 5-star animation, and I got Kuwabara.
Oof.
It was maybe the saddest I've ever been related to Valentine's Day. So,
But I mean, Kuwabara is a great character.
Kuwabara is a great character.
But
Not
in general.
Yeah, in general, I like Kuwabara. You know where the last place I want to see Kuwabara? It's in a banner that has women in it. That's not where I want to see him.
That's fair.
Any other time, don't let this be like a Kuwabara slander. I like Kuwabara, just not in that context.
Yeah. Oh wait, banner and you somehow got a guy, or it was just the girls were the features?
The girls were the features, I should say. It was an all-girl. If it was an all-girl unit banner, that would be a fucking busted-ass banner, because the current meta is waifu.
Waifu meta?
It's a waifu meta. Rukua...
I remember it was the waifu meta had just begun when I started.
Okay, so
Or
there's...
when I last played, not when I started.
Here's the current meta, which sounds fucking hilarious to say. There is the Dragon Quest meta, which for some reason all 4 Dragon Quest characters that were released, including the free-to-play one, are fucking busted. So you have Dai, you have the rival, the girl, and a weak dude. And all four of them are basically busted in different ways, and all of them are used in top tier teams. And two of those were free because one is PvP, the other one was free to play. Technically, three of them are free, and then the other one, Dai, you had to pull for. The other meta is the weak and artist meta, where you use characters who have the characteristic of weak and artist, and you use them in a Yeah, you did.
Artist team?
So, remember that girl I mentioned, Chrome? She has two characteristics called weak and artist, and one of her passives is all artists for 2 turns can't be hit by debuffs at all. So,
Really crazy good.
that is insanely good, especially because when you consider the only thing that balances it is that a lot of artist characters are intelligent. So, like the pervert clown from Hunter x Hunter, a PvP guy who was from, I forget the name of it, Hoshienji. There you go. All of them are intelligent. And so a lot of their weakness is strength units, which thankfully there's a lot of good strength units, so that counts and balances out. But then the other half of it is weak, where there's characters who have the characteristic that are weak, and a lot of them, there's the Dragon Quest guy, he gives a boost to all weak characters. So she's weak and an artist, so they use a combination of characters who are both weak and artists to create a team that literally they basically power her up to the point where she basically kills the entire team in like a giant like fireball.
That's funny.
That's funny. And then the other meta team is Waifu, which is a combination of the 3 waifus, which are the 2 of them are from S, and the other one is from Strawberry 100%.
The bikini waifus from before.
Yeah, so the bikini waifus, you actually use all 4 bikini waifus, and then you don't use the agility one. The other waifu you use is the one from Dragon Quest, because her ability is all waifus get an attack boost. All of them, like, you take less damage from strength units, which is a lot of units. Like, that's Sakuragi, and that's a lot of other people. And I forget her third ability. But then the other person you use in that team is Rukawai, because she's, I believe, Rukia. Because she's a heroine, so she, like, doesn't take... Her one weakness is the fact that she's a student. So that means that Sket Dance could, in theory, stun her. But if you use the waifu...
Oh, Sket Dance!
Yeah, by the way...
continues.
Yeah, the only difference is that now there's a bunch of units that counter Sket Dance, so as a Sket Dance user, all I can really hope for is that my team outpowers them eventually.
So, PvP is still dog shit, is what you're saying?
No, it's actually worst if you use Sket Dance. Because now everything counters Sket Dance.
In the cycle where something comes out and it's super busted, and then something else comes out that it directly counters the super busted shit that came out before it, on loop forever.
Kind of, except for until the most recent units, until Crom and Rukia came out, Sket Dance was still powerful, but not super crazy. But then recently, with the release of like Dai, who I haven't mentioned, but Dai is the greatest card in the entire game, and it's another DBZ like Akira Toriyama character, because Dai is a character who he starts and he automatically gives himself a 30% boost to all his like his charge time is 30% already off, and then he gives up 5% off for anyone who's a heart. So Super Saiyan Goku, who is already good, he suddenly starts with a 5% charge to all his moves, meaning he can now use his moves faster. But the reason Dai is so powerful is that he has a short cooldown on everything. So by let's say before Bobobo can launch his first super, no, it's after Bobobo launches his super. If you have not stopped Dai, Dai will automatically take away 2 of your dudes. There's no way to stop him. He's an unstoppable monster. Like, you have to either get lucky or you have to hope to God that you have a counter to him. And then the other Dragon Quest dude, who was a dude who was recently a raid unit, he can't be stunned. So you can put him in the back, and he can take a hit from Sket Dance, and he'll just stand there and wait for his turn. And the second he hits his ult, it hits everyone, and it's almost an insta-kill. So people use him in the back as like a good, like, if you're using Sket Dance, fuck you, because in a couple turns you're about to fucking die anyway. So the meta is currently, if you have a die, you're basically sitting perfect. If you don't have a die, you're just kind of being me and going, God, please, let me pull something good. I need something.
Please, anything.
I just want to stop using Sket Dance because everything stops me.
Fucking the Sket Dance vortex.
Yeah. The thing I do like about the Shonen's meta is that it has the funniest names in the world. In a world where our meta is waifu, weak artists, and Dragon Quest, that's a pretty good...
Weak artist is a pretty great meta title.
Yeah, it is. And I hope that the next one could potentially be maybe Chef or Swordsman. It's kind of leaning towards one of the two, but we'll see.
Chef. The Chef meta.
The Chef meta, exactly. Like, Soma's a one... Unfortunately, we need more chefs. All we have currently is, like, Soma and the other girl from her anime, from his anime or manga.
Gumi girl?
Yeah, exactly. And then we got a recently new pink girl who's anti-chef when there's only, like, 3 or... It's so weird.
Hard counters the chefs.
Exactly. Like, I don't understand, like, I understand why they did it. It's supposed to be, like, based on her character. But when you release an anti-chef unit, when your biggest chef threat is, like, the dude called Taroko that no one uses, or the Soma that you use on your team, it's kind of like, I think you guys are a little preemptive on needing the anti-chef.
The chef counter?
Exactly.
A little early for the chef counter?
Exactly. What we needed, actually, is a counter to units that fucking boost their charge time, but, you know... Who knows if that will ever happen? If there was an anti-charge unit, then he would always be used because that stops Bobobo, that stops everyone. That would be a stop-all. He's still used, but he's now less of a problem because more units like stop his shit. So really all you use him for is to hopefully KO one of the many intelligent units that are usually in the front lines now. He's no longer as useful as he was. So that's the Shonen Jump. That's the Shonen Jump update. And I think at that point we can, now that I finally laid down my soul, that is the Shonen soul inside me.
The Shonen meta.
The Shonen meta. I think it's time to end this.
All right, that's as good a place as any.
Yeah.
I'll rant about the Dissidia meta next time.
Oh, that will be great. Actually, the new segment, let's rant about the many metas of the games we play.
Let's rant about the meta of a game that isn't Dokkan.
Exactly. That will help offset the Dokkan rants. If something comes up by next week for Dokkan, and it's important and big, we'll record a new to be released much sooner, but otherwise expect it to be like 2 weeks. I don't expect it because 2 weeks from now is when the next Super episode is, by the way, so let's just... Like the Connie Monte Cristo, we must wait and hope.
We will just pray for Ultra Instinct Mastered, and we'll see what happens.